What is going on, my family? This is your boy Demetrius coming back at you with some Virtua Fighter 5 Ultimate Showdown talk. And here in this video here, it is something that I want to address concerning my main character in Virtua Fighter 5 Ultimate Showdown, which is Lau Chan. And what do I want to address is one of the moves that he has and one of the moves that I consistently use when it comes to Lau Chan. And a lot of players already know the move that I'm talking about. If y'all been following me and been watching the content, is his 6K move, which is the counter hit knee that I use for defensive purposes, which I'm going to get into. And the reason that I'm addressing this is because it's painfully obvious that this particular move, Lau's 6K, for some strange reason, it has become the most scrutinized move in the game. I don't know why, but it kind of seems like it because I'm starting to kind of see it on Discords and shit like that, and people are kind of expressing their frustration and also expressing the fact that how some people think that the move is a fraud move, it's an online move, and some dipshit shit like that. You feel what I'm saying? So I'm here to address that, and I'm here to debunk it as well, and I'm going to explain to you why the move is, I guess you could say, unique, and how you should truly handle the move if you get hit by it. Complaining that it's online is not going to help you handle the move. It's not going to help you stagger break the move faster. So in this video, I'm going to do all that at once. Now, first of all, I want to start off by saying, Lau 6K, of course, everybody knows it's -4 on blocks, so that means it's relatively safe. It can't really be punished unless the opponent mashes out some type of string or some shit like that. You could probably get Lau that way, but the move is relatively safe. It's -4 on block, so that's another reason why I like to use the move. It's not a move of big property. It's not a move that's going to get me into any kind of launch trouble if I use it and fail at it. You know, the move, of course, can be evaded, but at the same time, like I keep on saying, it does not get Lau into any kind of big damage trouble. So it's a good move in that regard. Now, to address what people are talking about when they say that when they get hit by the move, the reason why they can't stagger break it is because it's online. That is completely, and I repeat, that is completely not true. And I'm going to tell you why people are getting hit with it and not being able to stagger break it like they would, like they want to. And the reason why that people are not able to stagger break Lau 6K is because of the shock value of the move. Now, what I mean by shock value is, like I said, Lau 6K is a move for defense. It's a move used for aggression. If Lau's opponent is aggressive, and if I feel that, I'm going to throw out 6K. That is the whole point of the move. The counter hit basically gets the opponent off of you, and if you get them in a stunner counter hit situation like that, they're going to have to stagger break it. That's the price that the opponent pays for being super aggressive, right? So the thing is, for the opponent, and this is to help the opponents out with the move instead of complaining about it's online, which I'm going to get to in a minute. Now, here's what you got to do with that move. If you want to stagger break the move, and if you want to stagger break the move consistently, you have to have the mindset that if you are going to get hit with this move, you have to not be shocked by it. That is the whole point. Because when it comes to Lau 6K, when the opponent gets hit by it, that's when the shock value comes in. They'll be like, oh, I got hit with it. And then they try to stagger break it, and then they realize it's too late. So the test, when you get hit with that move, you have to not be shocked by it. You have to totally not have a shock value. That's what I mean when I say shock value, because when people get hit by that move, they be like, what the fuck? Oh, shit. You feel what I'm saying? Not realizing when they're in that what the fuck mode and they're so surprised and shocked, that is the time that you need to be taking to stagger break the move when you get shocked by it, when you're in that what the fuck mode right there. That is the time that you need to take to stagger break the move. If you constantly get hit by that move and you're constantly like, oh, what the fuck? You're not going to stagger break it. I can guarantee you that, because it has nothing to do with online. It has nothing to do with frames or nothing like that. It's mental. It's mental, and you really just have to be prepared to get hit by it. If you know you're an aggressive opponent and you know there's a 50-50 chance of you getting hit by it, you just need to be prepared when you get hit by it, and that is not to have that shock value when you get hit by it. You have to totally be focused. When you see that counter hit, that is when you have to break it. To some people, it's hard to do. Some people, it's easy to do. But that is the reason why people are not able to stagger break that move or stagger break the move consistently, is because of the shock value. The best thing to do is just work on to not have that shocking reaction when you get hit by it. When you get hit by it, that's when it's just time to go. You have to have that awareness. Now, is that easy to do? I don't think so. And the reason why I say it's not easy to do, because say, for instance, if you're using a character like Sarah, a character that has to be aggressive, or a character like Jin Kujo, a character that is completely brain dead, or a character like Brad that is completely overpowered, broken, and stupid, and it's going to be kind of hard to stagger break on a consistent basis because those characters just go, go, go. They're aggressive and mashy or whatever. So for the opponent has got to build that mindset. If I'm going to get hit by this move, I have to build that mindset and not to have that shock value when I get hit by it. So when you get hit by the 6K, you just got to be ready for it. You feel what I'm saying? You know, that's when that red flash comes up. That red flash will tell you have to hurry up and do it right then and there. That's what that red flash tells you when it comes to 6K. Now, I want to address the whole thing about it. Some people think that it's harder to stagger break online. That is also not true. And I'm going to tell you something. It's actually, for some, it's actually easier to stagger break online because you have connection advantages. If you are one of those people that have a connection advantage over me or any other Lau player, you should be able to stagger break it. I'm just being all the way real. You should be able to stagger break it. I've seen it. I've seen people that had a connection advantage over me. They were able to stagger break it and they would launch my ass because of it. So that is completely not true when people say, well, you're getting away with 6K just because it's online. No. That actually either works both ways or it's actually easier to stagger break online. Now, offline is actually harder to stagger break because of what I just mentioned. You feel what I'm saying? Because offline, things are a little bit more fluid. Online, everything is pretty much 50-50. When it comes to offline, things are pretty much 90 to 95%, especially when it comes to frame properties. So basically what I'm saying is, offline will be a little bit harder to stagger break because everything is so in place. You really can't have that shock value. If you get hit with that move offline, you really got to be ready to go. Because for those that have that connection advantage, that ain't going to help you if you get hit with 6K offline. And I'm just keeping it all the way real. You know what I'm saying? So offline, for those of y'all that think it's only happening because it's online, y'all need to check yourself because offline is harder. It's harder. And I'm going to tell y'all something right now. And another way that y'all can get better at stagger breaking the move, because one thing I noticed that a lot of opponents like to do, they like to set up their strings or set up their gimmicks. They always want to start with a low into a mid or whatever. That is kind of the wrong thing to do. If you want to do that, you have to be aware that Lau has a move that he can crush that. You know, 6K is a 2P crusher. So if you want to start low, like with a 2P, you have to have it in your head that there's a possibility that you can get hit with this move, and you have to be ready to stagger break. Now, or, you know, the opponent can kind of change up their strat, but I don't expect the opponents to do that because, you know, some people develop a craft on those type of things. You feel what I'm saying? But, you know, which is cool. There's no wrong way to do that. But another way to get better at stagger breaking that move is basically you have to be aware of the approach that you're using. You know, one of the reasons why I'm so good with that move is because I'm able to figure out the strat and the approach of my opponent. If my opponent is always doing something such as 2Ping or trying to throw out some type of low or trying to do some type of fail evade bullshit, that's when I'm gonna throw that move out, because I'm gonna figured out the approach, and that is what that move is for. So I would say, before I end this video right here, I would say when it comes to 6K, know your approach. If you are a lightweight character, you really need to be careful. You really need to know your approach, and you really need to be careful, because it really kills the lightweight characters. Characters like L-Blaze, Sarah, Aoi, Eileen, those are the characters that really get devastated by the 6K. And if you're not able to stagger break it, that's going to be some huge damage. And those characters, if you use those characters, you have to realize your string approach or your tactical approach. If you're always doing lows, you have to realize 6K is probably going to come out. If you block it, evade it, okay. But if you get hit by it, you got to be ready to stagger break. You can't take no time off. You can't be like, oh shit, I got hit. You can't even do that. Once you see it happening, that's when you have to break it. But that's the best that I can explain when it comes to dealing with 6K. Just know your approach and do not have a shock reaction to it. You have to train yourself. When you get hit by it, that's when you just have to do it. There is no time to waste with the move, and it has nothing, I repeat, it has absolutely nothing to do with offline or online. It has everything to do with shock value. You get rid of the shock value, you'll be able to stagger break it consistently. That's the best that I can explain it. So let me know in the comment section below. Make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know what y'all got to say about this whole 6K controversy. And for those of y'all that be on the Discords, I know y'all be seeing what people be saying about the move. So I just had to come on here and address it, because it's really not hard. It's not hard. It's not difficult. It's really simple. The move is very easy to understand. It's all about shock value. Once you get past that, you can deal with the move very easily. So like I said before, make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe. Leave y'all comments in the comment section below, and we can get a conversation started about the whole thing. Until next time, my name is Demetrius, aka C Money. God bless. Stay safe. I'm out.